Wow, I mean, that was Houdini. I mean, it's one guy away from getting somebody up in the first inning. You don't typically see a starter walk 3 guys in a row and do it on, throw 1 or 2 strikes in between. And then gets a ground ball. We, maybe even turn a double play there, and he gets out with nothing. But and then give us 6 innings, and nothing else. I wouldn't say I wasn't expecting it, but it was Houdini-like. So ended up being a great outing for him.
You love the microphone thing.
Yeah, I do. It's great.
Pinder, you brought him up. Now he plays the right field. Great second too, and also he contributed with his home run.
It's confusing here. Yeah, he can hit, and it's about finding a place for him. So we're giving him a little bit of outfield stuff. He's working hard on that and does a nice job with it. He can play anywhere in the infield. But first and foremost, he's a hitter, and you see, a game where hits are at a premium, let alone extra base hits, goes to right center field on a ball that's really middle in and inside out. He's got a lot of power. You look at his offensive numbers in his minor league career, and there's a reason that, he's at the big leagues right now.
Bob, that's 3 times for Bruce in the past.
Yeah.
How much of a concern level is it? And how's he doing right now?
He is. It's a concern, but I took him out precautionary. I mean, so there's nothing definitive. We're going to keep an eye on him for another day or 2. We have an off day tomorrow, but yeah, I think nowadays with any catcher, when you're taking 1 or 2 and then I think he's had 3 or 4 or 5 in a week. Had a couple in AAA too. You get nervous. Yeah.
Who's with him out?
Right.
Vote behind the plate. Who's your...
Me. Rosie and Plouffe. We're deciding between Rosie and Plouffe right now.
Seems like...
Did he fight you? Did he fight you about coming out?
You know what? When I was giving him signs in between innings before he came out, he was looking at me longer than he normally does, which means it took a little while to process it for him. But again, it's not like some of the ones we've seen in the past. So I don't even know if it's classified as a concussion right now, but once that was going down, we felt precautionary. We needed to get him out.
Seems like we've seen that a lot from Triggs, just getting out of jams. What have you seen from him in those situations?
Yeah, I think with any really good starters, it's about getting in your rhythm. Now, walking 3 guys, you don't see that often to start the game, but once he gets into a rhythm and finds an arm slot, and he's got a unique arm slot, and I think that might have something to do with it too, is you got to find that arm. So now you throw him ball 1, ball 2, you're fighting to kind of find it, and he did. But I think it's typical with any starter. If you have a chance to kind of get him out of rhythm, it's usually in the first inning.
How about Canna coming back and getting those 2 hits back-to-back like that?
Yeah, we wanted to get him in the lineup right away. And, as we've seen in the past, it's a righty. He hits righties, he hits lefties. We've sent him down there for a reason to get multiple bats. This is a guy that can really be a productive guy for us. So it was nice. Get him a pinch hit last night, hit the ball pretty good to the track, had some good at-bats today. So, it's important that we get him in there because he can be real productive.
So you take another series. Can we say you're officially a little excited about this team? I have a hard time sometimes reading you. Are you?
I'm always excited about our team. I'm always optimistic about our team. We can get better. Our defense still is a little bit of a concern for us. There are areas that we can get better, which means I'm optimistic, always optimistic.
It looked like they were pitching Alonso very carefully today. Do you expect to see a lot of that, at least in the short term?
You know what? If they do, they're going to get burned because we got a guy behind him that's pretty darn good. And in the last inning, it showed up. He's been in a little bit of a rut recently, but he's always one swing away from putting a couple of runs on the board and getting hot again. So I think that's like any team and a hot hitter. Certainly Yonder's really hot right now, was player of the week. But you're trying to find a guy behind him, that you feel like is going to have his back and allows him to be pitched to.
Bob, the bullpen was outstanding again tonight, 2 days in a row. Tell us a little bit about how you feel about the bullpen.
Yeah, we have a deep bullpen. It's just about, some days we'll get, and with some of our starters now that aren't pitching deep into games, and we have pitch counts on, that are coming back from the DL. It's about having guys available, and really didn't even have to use Dole today. I was trying to let Dole go through this series and the off day without having to pitch, and our guys were available today. Last night was a different story. So everybody available today, and the way Hendricks is pitching right now, I'm not afraid to use him anytime. So it's a deep bullpen.
Bob, Chris Davis, a little bit of a rough start to the game, but then again towards the end, that RBI single. You think that might be a little Kickstarter for him, maybe turn the corner?
Yeah, I don't think, you guys are going to go through little ruts during and especially power guys who have, power guys are typically can go into these type things. He's not a speed guy, hits the ball in the air, but I don't really concern myself too much with him. I think 1 or 2 at bats and he'll be back doing his thing. What we got? Got a lot of mics going around here.
Come up a pretty rough road trip and then lose the first game of the homestand. Now to be leaving, having won 2 straight series back to the road, that feel like you stabilized it?
Well, I'll tell you, the walk-off really helped the next day because we weren't, things were not going well. We win 2 games on a road trip, come home and get beat and look lifeless the first game, and then there's a walk-off, and then another one, and then, the road trip's kind of in the past. So I'm glad you brought the road trip up for us again. But no, that's kind of in the rearview mirror, and to win 2 series in a row is very important for us, for our psyche.
Now that the homestand is over, when you expect to make a decision about Manaya, if he's going to start here or win the road, or if he's going to need another one in the minors?
Right. We'll probably make that decision tomorrow. We have some time to think about it with the off day tomorrow.